Hey, it's Matthew Arthur, seasoned entrepreneur. Since my one-on-one with Joel Kaplan, which I made a video about earlier, in which he advised me, hey, get out of the real estate niche, focus on established businesses that have got a stable business that just need help growing, and focus on things that help them build their overall online presence. Google Ads, Google reviews, PR, CRM, things like that. So since he gave me that advice, which is essentially going to change Colossal's business model, Colossal Growth Strategies, which is my marketing agency, or probably more appropriate would be growth agency business, because we help with other things than just marketing. From my research and looking at other successful business owners and companies, just listening to other successful business owners, it really looks like that focusing on the strategy yields way better results, like much better results long term, than being hyper focused on tactics. Hyper focused on, if I change, if I use this method on the meta ads, this is going to have this incremental improvement. Or if I focus on doing like the video instead of the image, and we'll get we'll probably get a little bit of a lower cost per lead, or saying a sales thing this way, which is all important, by the way, to be clear, this is all really important. And if your job is to do something like that, so if you're a media buyer, you want to get really good on your tactics there, and probably your strategic thinking as well, but hey, that's what you pay for. If you're a sales rep, well, of course, you want to be really good tactically with the sales stuff. So I'm not saying it's not important, but from a business owner perspective, what it feels like is a strategy is what really helps move the needle on the long term, so that your business actually becomes profitable. I feel myself, I go through phases in terms of how I plan my days and my weeks. So I do plan my week ahead and what needs to get done and all this stuff, which, by the way, the thing I planned this week has not been completed, which leads into what I'm about to say, which is that I've noticed myself being a bit more reactive on a day-to-day basis, rather than being super strategic about planning the week. This is what needs to get done. This is how it's going to get done. This is the priority. And other things that come up, they don't need to take priority unless it's absolutely necessary. But I feel that it's an overall approach. It's a way of thinking. And I have that more, like, yes, I'm proactive sometimes, but I can definitely feel myself being reactive. Oh, this thing's happened. This is big on my mind, so we need to get onto it. Why? Why is this more important than what was decided last week should be prioritized? Now, if there's legitimate, sure, got to be agile. But I feel myself sometimes going, oh, because this feels important, now everything's going to go out of whack and I'm just going to allocate everything there. Why? I think there's all these things, there's all these signs for me that feel that I'm still more in a tactical mindset, where I've really got to take a strategic mindset. I think that exercising that strategic brain or developing it is just going to help everything. As an example, I'm optimizing my weeks better. So what do I mean by that? Like, optimizing the week, what does that even mean? I'll give you an example. This week, and how I've been doing it for since this year, beginning of this year, is that weekly team meetings. The weekly team meeting is on a Monday, and then a meeting with team member number 1 is on a Tuesday. Then meeting with a team member number 2 is on a Wednesday. I'm essentially doing the similar kind of work, if you will, essentially being a leader and or being, engaging with the team. I'm flipping to that and to something else 3 different times throughout the week. So now I've just moved them all to Monday. So the Monday chunk is like where all that weekly team meeting stuff is done, so that I don't have to context switch throughout the week, which frees up the week to do other things. So I can get more output or throughput, whatever the terminology is. I'm still learning this stuff. I can essentially get more for less time because I'm managing my energy more effectively. Also, as an example, I'm now doing organic content, everything on Saturday. So I'm recording this video on Saturday, and I'm going to be releasing a video. Look, maybe it might be today, or I might decide to release a video next Saturday because I already released one on Tuesday, and that's my reset. The point is, before I would record a video, actually I'd sometimes record it on a Monday. Last week I decided I'm going to record it on a Saturday, and then what I would do is produce the video on the Monday, and then what I would do is release the content on the Tuesday. Now, I mean, that doesn't sound too bad in some way, right? But if you think about it this way, what if I go, cool, Saturday is where the organic content is done. So I update the numbers where I'm tracking all my, the social media following increase week on week. I record the video, produce the video, and then release a video. I produce videos 4 weeks in advance usually, and that's not going to change. But the point is, the whole focus on the organic stuff is done once in the week, so I can hyper focus on that, manage that energy, no context switching, it's done. I don't need to think about organic content for the rest of the week. So that's just applying a more strategic mind. And now I've got to apply that, but actually develop some sort of strategy. One thing that I'm really not that good at is determining an end goal, like something up here, determining an end goal and a time frame, how long until that goal is achieved, and then working backwards. So my mind usually goes to, we need to achieve this result. Well, let's start making progress. And it's more like a shotgun approach, right? Which can get results. That can work. And in fact, being over strategic but no execution is probably worse. What's better, well, what I feel is better, and I'll find out, is to be super strategic, focus on that, get that right. Then when it is time to be tactical, go for it. And a bit of a caveat here, if you've just started your business, so as an example, if you're like myself and you started your own growth agency or digital marketing agency or whatever you want to call it, like if you haven't got a client yet, the strategy is this: prospect until you get a client. In fact, I would say prospect until you get at least 5 clients. The reason I say that is because you can get one client and then the client hates your guts and says, oh, the leads are terrible, all this. And you might start thinking, oh, do I need to fix my service? What is it? Well, you don't have enough data. But if you get 5 clients, right, and let's say 3 of them go, hey, your service is pretty good, can do some work. One of them is like, this is amazing, I'm getting money off this, because they're probably good at what they do. They're good at sales probably. Then one is saying, hey, this is terrible. Well, now you have a more balanced view. Okay, cool. What probably is this client who's hates my guts probably isn't as good. How can we manage that? If not, do we just fire them? It's your business here, you can do what you want. Third, these people who are like, oh, this is not bad, but can do with improvement. Okay, cool. What can do with improvement? Please let me know. Amazing. I mean, you still want this person's feedback, by the way, but you have to discriminate as to whether it's valid or not. And the person who loves the service, amazing. You love it, great. Is there anything we can improve upon? Sometimes a strategy doesn't need to be overthought, especially if you're just starting. If you just strategize but you don't prospect, prospecting should be your strategy. But we're at the point where we've got clients, we've serviced different clients, we've had churn, we've developed our product, all this kind of stuff, which I'm going to have to change now to suit a new niche and strategy. But because we've already done some of that tactical stuff and got some results and data, and we've got a bit of time up, now I feel that we have enough there to go, cool. Now it's time that if we're going to go into take a new strategy with like a new niche and or expand to helping small businesses in general, how do we do that? When do we get it done by? What is our strategy there? So that is something that I feel where we're at definitely needs to be done. I think that having this focus on building my strategic thinking and my strategic skills is going to be a huge game changer, which I'm going to get dividends on for the rest of my life. And it's not just going to be my business, also our current and future clients, because we help them grow their business. If I can get good at this, at the strategy, and I can help them, everyone's going to be winning. No doubt, as I go through this, I'm going to make a ton of mistakes along the way. I feel like almost, where do I start? However, that's all part of the game, and looking forward to seeing what is learned and what outcomes are achieved. Okay, bye.